Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands, and welcome to an SP Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out their first 3 tracks off of an album titled Songs for the Cynical by Spud Davenport. And if we switch over to here, we have the album on SoundCloud here. We're going to put the art up here. It's really interesting art, actually. I kind of dig it. And we're going to be listening through Come Inside, Enjoy Every Sandwich, and You'd Love Me Now If You Knew Me Then. So without further ado, yeah, let's listen through from start to finish, hear what we think. Let's go. What have we got? What have we got in store for us? Great Foley. Dude, that hit like a train. I love the guitars and drums and everything. Great. Everything is sounding pretty dope so far.
It's such a crazy world out there, nothing simplified. It's so upside down out there, makes you want to stay inside. Well, there's one place you can go.
That major lift there, or just that, it's just so upbeat. It's glorious, actually. Really? Is this just a minute? Seriously? Only a minute? Damn. It's sad. It's sad because like it was such a dope concert, but we show such respect for the we show such respect for the listener to just have that track come in and out like that. I think Come Inside was talking about how the world again is a bit crazy and a bit wild. So, come inside, stay safe, you don't have to deal with that if you don't want to. The warmth of the arrangement, the production and the performance is sensational. And I love those little fills and how conversational, how Spud Davenport is reaching out to you. It's very friendly and it puts you into this point where it's like you want to hear more. But Enjoy Every Sandwich, track number 2. Nice panning of the guitars with the.
What happy means. I live my life like a dumb machine, working hard until I overload. Now I'm wondering what I hold dear and what I will be leaving here when it's time for me to go.
We are not slacking on the songwriting and arrangement here. There's no filler. The kicks and the arpeggios of the guitar line on the right was fantastic, but it was short. And the vocals came in, and the story unfolds. There is no intro, core, it's straight to the point.
No time to waste. There's no time for hate. There's no time to waste. Enjoy every sandwich.
And just the hook now.
Love every day.
I love the messaging behind this. It's so uplifting, dude.
It's important now when time sneaks up on us somehow. That's why I say enjoy every sandwich.
And we're just out of it. Enjoy every sandwich. We have the hook line by itself. You're left with that. You think we're going to continue? No, there is no filler here. There is unnecessary repetition. We are keeping the listener engaged and interested. We are not playing them for fools. It's such a beautiful track as well. I enjoy the tone of the guitars and the instruments and the progressions and
You're in the Alps, they're at the beach. That's how we think. And love is always lost or found. It's up, it's down, it's all around. And that's a good thing. Oh, there's no time to waste. No, there's no time for hate. There's no time.
and great gentle crescendo.
Time to waste.
And back into that hole. Yep. Catchy as hell. Enjoy every sandwich. It's such an unusual concept as well. Like, oh, you're telling me to just enjoy the small things. It's phenomenal in like this modern day kind of grindset area where everyone's trying to do a million things at once, it's nice to have someone to tell you, no, just have fun, you know? Don't take it for granted, but don't abuse yourself either.
It's loud and clear. I gotta make the most of every day before I hear someone say,
Hey, your ride's here.
enjoy every sandwich.
Really catchy vocal melody as well. And we see the lead guitar here now. Phenomenal phrasing of that lead line there, you know. I love the trail that it has after as well, the presence in the mix. We could have potentially shredded, but we wanted to sort of pay a little bit of respect to the vocal line, so we kept it relatively formal, and I dig that so much. I love the restraint with the good-humored kind of approach to most of this. It's sensational.
No, there's no time. There's no time to waste. There's no time to waste. Yeah, enjoy.
Right, phenomenal production. I know I've used the word phenomenal a lot, just the way that sounds and builds into it, it's so tight, the mixing and mastering, the limiting and compression, the gluing of the various elements, and also just the EQing and filtering, like it's sensational.
Love every day. I think I know what happy means. I won't live my life like a dumb machine. Now it's easy to say. There's no time to waste. No time for hate. At the risk of sounding so brass with all this optimistic jazz, repeat after me. Enjoy every sandwich.
Yeah. Finishing with that little majorish melody there, you know, resolving on that root note. Really classy stuff. Really classy stuff. I'm already in a better mood after listening to these first two tracks, and I can only assume that You'd Love Me Now, if you knew me back then, was the same. Oh, a little bit spicier with the chord progression here. Now, you know, just the sound of that is intriguing. It's like, what are we gonna get next?
A freelance journalist looking for inspiration got up early one December morning. He hailed a cab and went down to the city's east side where the homeless live in cardboard boxes. He was searching for a subject and found a shaggy-haired, dirty man willing to talk. The man said, "Yeah, I made a few mistakes, but it was bad luck that really did me in.
You'd love me now if you knew me then."
Oh, damn, that hits differently when you think about the homeless person on the street. I love the kind of tale, the narration we've got, the story that's being wound in there. We're not necessarily singing in that verse. It's a different sort of vibe we had from the previous two tracks, but that, I think that just shows his flexibility, you know?
Wife and kids, I was an honest man. But some things happen we may never understand. You'd love me now if you knew me then.
That organ there, that vibrato on that organ was absolutely charming. I dig it. It's an element we haven't had yet, but really rounds it out. Really fascinating drum part here as well.
His notes and gave the man a knowing smile. He had just been let go by the city's biggest newspaper. They're cutting back, you know. And last year, he lost his high school sweetheart to some guy with a better job. And now, when he goes to singles bars, This little voice inside his head wants to scream out. Yeah, you'd love me now if you knew me.
They can relate.
then. I was 40 pounds lighter, a football captain. I was in a band. But some things happen we may never understand. You'd love me now if you knew me then.
Charming, and that drum fill was phenomenal there. This is exceptional. This is an exceptional release. I have high hopes for this.
Oh my, life was sure sweeter back then. Oh my, if we did it all over again, would we live it any differently?
Great job having that bit of space there. Just having that bit of space there just to let things ring out and be a little bit unpredictable. Not that things have been predictable throughout this album so far, but at the same time, I just like the fact they're allowing a bit more space, especially because Spud Davenport is clearly aware of the importance of keeping the song moving, you know, not allowing it to sit too long on a concept for it to become stale.
Suddenly the sun showed its face, and the early morning traffic ritual began. The journalist jotted down a few last notes and pulled a 20 spot from his pocket. He said, "Thanks for your time, man. I got a good story going here." But the homeless guy shook his hand and said, "Best of luck to you. But you know, if I was a betting man, I'd bet all I own on you being back here next year singing this same old song. You'd love me now."
Damn. Damn, that hits like a train. Oh, wow. That's a hell of a tale. That's a hell of a twist. Oh my goodness, this is next level. Like, legitimately, I was not expecting it to come like that. Like, it would have been a little bit too cliched if it walked off and like had some sort of like revelation or something. But for the homeless man to say, "Oh no, you're gonna be in my position at that point," you know, that's just what life is gonna do you. That's like, wow.
If you knew me then, I worked real hard, followed all the rules. Yeah, I had a plan. But some things happen we may never understand. You'd love me now if you knew me then. You'd love me now if you knew me then. If you knew me then. If you knew me then.
Having the breathing is like an external instrument, like an additional layer there. It's such a creative thing to do. Is it meant to be like it stings that is a realization that that's where your life is going to come to? Because this is man, my dudes and dudettes. This is the conclusion of my review of this album by Spud Davenport, Songs for the Cynical. Tracks 1, 2, and 3. Come Inside, Enjoy Every Sandwich, and You'd Love Me Now If You Knew Me Then, respectively. This is an incredibly strong record. We have tracks talking about, you know, the fact that the world is a pretty crazy place and trying to find comfort, not taking life for granted and making the most out of the smaller things, and also talking about just how life can just be a real bitch no matter how hard you try. You know, I think these are subjects and topics and matters that people are going to be able to relate to. I think that there's going to be something for everyone. I think this is an album that is actually, because this is the second solo album by Spud Davenport, this is going to be an important album. I genuinely think, given the quality overall of the record, we'll go through it in various points in the continuation of the conclusion, but just, it's very strong. And I do hope he finds success with it. But I mean, like, the stories were compelling, the vocal performances were sensational, you know, like, honestly, the guy has great pipes, great vocal technique, you know. There were bits of legato and ornamentation and melodic rungs and stuff like that, and I dig it. They were appropriate. He never overdid it. There was fantastic dynamic range, and the production as well was stellar, so that helped accentuate it. But also, just the backing vocals, there was also a weird sense of minimalism there, where he only did as much as he needed to do in order to tell the story and make it compelling. And I adore just how much he really cared about it. You know, it seemed like at every moment he was trying to do what was appropriate for the story, the motif, and everything else going on. And it was very mature and self-aware, and I'm very impressed. The structure, each of the tracks were, you know, at the verse chorus structures with some bridge parts, potentially some solo parts. And each of the tracks was slightly different. Obviously, Come Inside was like a minute and a bit. It was kind of more like an introduction to what was going on there, you know, like, yo, this is going to be what we talk about. We're going to be discussing various topics. It gives them a sort of a taste of what he's about, and then you want more. Enjoy Every Sandwich is more of a traditional sort of verse chorus kind of structure than, you know, and then You'd Love Me Now If You Knew Me Then was more of a kind of a narrated kind of track. And I enjoy the variety there, because we're talking about literally the album of songs for the cynical. It's tracks that maybe, if you are cynical, are meant to sort of like soften you a little bit and kind of you know, make you a little bit less cynical maybe. I don't know. I genuinely think that it's utterly wonderful, these first three tracks. I'm not sure how deep we go later on, but these are three different perspectives on Spud Davenport as a person, as a musician, and I've enjoyed my time with them. And the way they were structured and arranged, the motifs as well. You know, mostly you had these kind of major and minor chords there with a little bit of ornamentation, legato passages and such, and then the drums as well, with the fills that came in, some interesting sort of grooves on those. The bass lines were thoroughly sort of like brought over the root notes, the chords and stuff like that, but groove rails with the drums. A little bit more variety with the bass, I suppose, in the latter verses of You'll Love Me Now. You'd Love Me Now, but yeah, just in the organs and the other parts just came in wonderfully as well later on, especially in You'd Love Me Now. I assume we're going to continue to add more layers as we go along, but there was never any filler in here. Each of the tracks was as long as they needed to be to tell the story and carry that motif to a point where it made sense. And additionally, I like the fact that we never overplayed anything. Even when there was sort of technicality to those fills and stuff like that, it was once in a while, and it was enough to really sort of make you go, oh damn, that was an impressive fill. And then boom, you're already being surrounded by something else. And there's plenty of space as well to counteract that, kind of balance that, you know. Really consider musicianship and composition. The production, recording, mixing, and mastering was extravagant, and it's just extravagant in the sense that, like, I think it was just wonderful. It was like, you know, it was exactly what I need from an album like this. I cannot fault it. Again, the recording quality, EQing, filtering of various instruments, the panning them in stereo field, the notching of them in the frequency spectrum, the limiting compression, the effects change on the various parts. This is a professional record. It's commercial. It's ready for release. There is no doubt in my mind that there will be an audience for this. I think that there are no significant weak spots to this album as far as I've heard. There was nothing in here that was off-putting or strange. I probably need to review the rest of the album to get more of a sort of a broader idea of it, but at the same time, I think that I've heard enough at this point to be able to gauge the caliber of who we're dealing with here, and Spud Davenport is a musician to look out for. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching this review of Spud Davenport's song For The Cynical. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you did, please do go show him some love via his various social media pages and his SoundCloud page. And just so you know that at the time of this review being released, the album is now live, so you can go check out the album in full if you'd like through the links in the description of this video. Stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as you get the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I will catch you in the next review. Spiderhands Out.